Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is Saturday morning, so welcome to the weekend too. Our teacher for this week is Beckwith, and the title of today's message is, What Will Your Song Be? What will your song be? So let's see how we get to that title from today's message. Ona Mind, good morning. Beatrix, good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope you had a really good week, and that this weekend will bring at least some rest. Let's get into it. We are given this choice every day. Will I complain about what's not going my way? Or will I become conscious of and find gratitude for the many things that really are going my way? Danae, good morning. Happy Saturday. Colette, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Whatever holds my attention, I will be shown more of. Beckwith says, gratitude places you in the energy field of plentitude. Perceiving life in a consciousness of gratitude is literally stepping into another dimension of living. Suddenly, the seeming ordinariness of your days take on a divine sparkle if you live in the energy of gratitude. Beckwith says, you cannot bring anything new into your life until you are grateful for what you have now. The next thought from Beckwith is, authentic gratitude is a way of life. When you wake up in the morning, let your first thought be one of thanksgiving that you have another day to walk in the love of God. As you go through your day, see the giver behind all of the gifts freely being given to you. And then he says, complaining is a prayer to the devil. Stefan, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you've had a great week. Hey, Anthony, good morning. Happy Saturday, man. It's worth taking a pause on the many things that really are going your way, even when it feels like nothing does. If you get into your car to drive home and you actually arrive home in one piece, that is a big deal. It may feel small. You might be totally taking that small thing for granted, but if you notice every small win and hold it in gratitude, you will literally be living in a new reality. Beckwith reminds us that the enlightened give thanks for what most people take for granted. I love this little thought so much. The enlightened give thanks for what most people take for granted. You can train your brain to recognize possibilities over problems. If you don't, you'll be like 90% of the scared humans out there, seeing only problems and no possibilities. The last thought from Beckwith is, the universe corresponds to the nature of your song. I love the image that conjures up for me. The universe corresponds to the nature of your song. So what will your song be? One of complaining or a song of gratitude? Today's meditation is a reminder that every day I am given a choice. I can live in the dimension of unhappiness, complaining about what's not going my way, or I can live in the dimension of gratitude for all of the blessings that I really do have. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes and we'll float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Today's meditation journey is one of checking in with this body. So we'll start that checking in right now. With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your forehead, to the space between your eyes. You sometimes catch yourself holding a frown there. And when you do you remind yourself to soften? With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to the space in and around your mouth. Do you sometimes find yourself grinding your teeth, or your tongue pressed hard into the roof of your mouth, or your jaw muscles clenched tightly? When you catch that, do you remind yourself to soften, to take a few big breaths, and remind your body that you are indeed safe? With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your neck and shoulders. Do you sometimes find that your shoulders are tight and pulled up high, almost level with your ears? And when you catch yourself with pulled up shoulders, do you remind yourself to take a few big breaths and roll them out, helping your body find softness? With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your stomach area, to your abdominal muscles. We know how easily tension hides there undetected, sometimes for years, decades even. When you catch your stomach muscles being tight, do you remember to soften? Do you have a conversation with this body and let this body know that it is safe? With your next exhale, as your body softens, bring your attention to your butt cheeks. Make sure you're not clenching. Make sure you are relaxed. And lastly, bring your attention to your legs and your arms and very specifically your hands. Another one of those places where tension easily hides without us knowing. Right now, are your hands half open, lying relaxed in your lap? We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, continuing to help our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into softness. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And also lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least being as present as we possibly can be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips into your body and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, welcome yourself to this body. Even say the words, "Hello, body. I really love having you." And if you can, perhaps even wrap your arms around this body and give it a hug. Take your next big breath. Our journey of the senses starts at the top and works its way through our body. Our first stop is our eyes. For this exercise, we keep our eyes closed. But the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what would be the most obvious thing that you would see in your room? Now, with your eyes closed, use your mind to study this obvious thing. See it from all of its angle, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears. We're still staying with what you can see, but this time the question is, if you were to open your eyes, what would be the least obvious object in the room you are in? Take a moment to look around with your mind. Find that very unobvious object. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take the time to study with your mind this less obvious object. See it from all of its angles, see all of its color, and find all of its texture. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your eyes for the experience they give you. And let this be my reminder to myself that I can complain about the things I see, or I can have gratitude for the fact that I can see. I'm given this choice every day to live in the energy of complaining or to live in the energy of gratitude. We'll take a step downwards to your ears and what you can hear. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the most obvious sound that you can hear. Listen deep into that obvious sound and see if you can find the different layers of vibration in that obvious sound. Take your next big breath. We'll change gears, and With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention to the faintest sound that you can hear. Is there anything that's barely more than a whisper? Lean into that faint sound and see how much of it you can draw in. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your ears for the experience that they give you. Let this be my reminder to myself that I can live in the dimension of unhappiness for all the things that I don't like to hear, or I can live in a dimension of gratitude for the fact that I can hear. We'll take another step down, and for these next 2 stops, change your breathing to whatever it needs to be for you to smell and to taste. So the next stop is your nose, your sense of smell. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, is there any obvious smell that you can pick up right now? Take your next big breath. And then we'll change gears as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you. Is there any other smell that you can find right now? Anything besides the first obvious smell? Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your nose, to thank your sense of smell for all of the experience that it gives you. Let this be my reminder to myself that I can live in a universe of unhappiness, complaining about the things that I think are not going my way, like a bad smell. Or I can have gratitude and live in a universe of happiness for the fact that I can smell. We'll take another step down to your mouth, to your taste buds. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you're able to find any obvious taste right now. Approach it with a bit of curiosity. Would I be able to taste anything right now? Take your next big breath. We'll change gears, still sticking with taste. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, is it perhaps possible to find any other taste right now? Anything besides the first obvious taste? Be curious about this. See if you can find it. Take your next big breath. Take a moment to thank your mouth, to thank your tongue, to thank your taste buds for the experience that they provide for you. Let this be the reminder to myself that I can live in a world of unhappiness if I keep focusing on the things that I don't like a bad taste. Or I can live in a world of happiness where my focus is to have gratitude for every small thing that goes my way, like even the ability to taste. We have one more stop, the surface of your skin. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, scan the surface of your skin and find where is there the most obvious sensation. And as you dive deep inside, see if you can describe to yourself that obvious sensation. Take your next big breath. We have one more time. Find on the surface of your skin a spot where you can just feel the slightest sensation. Perhaps you just become aware of fabric resting on skin, or perhaps you can feel the air touch your forehead or your cheek. Take your next big breath. We'll take one more big breath together to slip out of the breath holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you one more time Michael Beckwith's message for us today. He says, gratitude places you in the energy field of plentitude. Perceiving life in a consciousness of gratitude is literally stepping into another dimension of living. Suddenly, the seeming ordinariness of your days take on a divine sparkle. Have you ever thought of it that way? Perceiving life in a consciousness of gratitude is literally stepping into another dimension of living. Living with gratitude is a different universe from living and complaining all the time. You cannot bring anything new into your life until you are grateful for what you have now, says Michael Beckwith. He reminds us, authentic gratitude is a way of life. When you wake up in the morning, let your first thought be one of thanksgiving that you have another day to walk in the love of God. As you go through your day, see the giver behind all of the gifts freely being given to you. Complaining is a prayer to the devil, says Michael Beckwith. He says, the enlightened give thanks for what most people take for granted. The enlightened give thanks for what most people take for granted. And then my favorite of them all, he says, the universe corresponds to the nature of your song. The universe responds to the nature of your song. So what will your song be? Is the song you sing one of complaining or one of gratitude? When you get up from this meditation, who will you be? Will you go back to an old program, old reactions that react to the world in the same old way? Or with every step you take after this meditation, will you remind yourself that you've decided to choose a new response? We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this amazing body and all of the amazing sensory experiences that this body provides. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for all of the wide-ranging experiences that the world around me provides me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning how to remind myself, how to catch myself when an old reaction wants to complain. Remind myself that I have made the decision. I choose to see life through the eyes of gratitude. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for being in our circle today. Thank you for the energy you contribute to this space. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for the energy you bring to the world around you. Grania, good morning. Happy Saturday. It's awesome seeing you. Mari, a very good morning. Hello. Hope you're having a great weekend. Thank you to Danae. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Anami. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Beatrix. Wishing you a beautiful weekend. I hope that you have at least some awareness of all the amazing experiences that the world around you delivers to you today and this weekend. Charlene, good morning and thank you. It's awesome seeing you. If you feel like a quiet meditation, we'll be there for that tomorrow. See you soon. Lots of love to every single one of you. Ciao, ciao.